Well, today marks 22 years since the tragic events of 9/11, and countless lives are still impacted by what unfolded the morning of September 11th, 2001.
From coast to coast and here in St. Louis, people are remembering that dark day. Fox 2's Callista Matrician shows us.
These are people, these are souls, these are lives.
Joe Redden, commander of Veterans of Foreign War in Florissant, is talking about the nearly 3,000 lives lost on September 11th of 2001, a harsh reality he heard while on duty as a Marine in Arizona.
I got on the phone immediately and started phoning my superiors.
Russell Kleffner explains what he's learned about the tragic events that unfolded after a wife of one of the pilots had a fearful fate.
One of the guys' birthday was September 11th, and she was supposed to fly out September 10th, but didn't want to leave him to see him his birthday morning. Stays, gets on the flight, and dies.
The magnitude of just how many families were affected is something Redden says changed America. It's what drew memorials around the country, drawing President Joe Biden over 3,000 miles to Anchorage, Alaska.
Each of those precious lives stolen too soon when evil attacked. Ground Zero in New York, and I remember standing there the next day.
Redden says the first year of the 1 Mile Freedom Walk in Florissant is trying to prevent another terrorizing tragedy.
Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
From the ground to the sky, it's flags waving high, a time to teach and be a voice.
These guys don't have a voice. We have to be their voice.
Reaching from state to state, veterans say every piece of the puzzle matters when it comes to awareness.
You know, even though we're small Florissant, we're a small piece of the big puzzle here.
While the country continues to rebuild from the events that unfolded, counting every day as a blessing is necessary.
Treat each day as a gift.
Remembering who we are as a country on the 22nd year of remembrance, first responders say it's about unifying here in the city as well as the rest of the country. Here in Florissant, Callista Matrician, Fox 2 News.